username. Your username is your first name, space, last name, and then your last name and your ID number. This is the same one that we're using for everything that we are using currently through the school district. You can ask it to remember you if you'd like, and then go ahead and log in. Once you've logged in, there are a couple of things that will pop up in front of you, and I'm really going to skip this right now so that you could go to how to actually create the actual site or the warehouse for your archived artifacts and how to create a post. So first thing, if you were in the library the day that we created that first blog, all you have to do is hover under My Sites, and the site that you created in the library will show up here. If you did not come to the library to see how to build your site, you will go under My Sites, SJSD Blogs, and then Dashboard. The dashboard is the control center for everything that you do on SJSD Blogs. And what I want you to do is go to Manage Blogs. This is the same if you want to create a new blog and you want to start something in your classroom in addition to what we did in the library. Go to Manage Blogs. It'll pull up the blogs that you have, but what we're going to do is go ahead and create a new site. When you create a new site, you've got several choices. The first is to create your URL, how we actually get to your site. So let me give you an example. I'm going to switch over here, and I'm going to go to SJ Blogs, and I'm going to go to My Site. The URL that I chose is right up here at the top, sjsdblogs.com. All of us will have that same address, and I just chose to do my last name for this one. If I were to do something from my class, I might do my first and last name and the name of the class or the year that the class was in. Really, that's up to you. Whatever you choose for your URL, though, you're stuck with it for this blog site. You can't change it. So what you put here is going to be really important. sjsdblogs.com will already be written for you. You're just filling in what the backslash piece is, what is going to be designated as your URL for your site. Whatever you choose, make it lowercase and no spaces. So if you want to do it your name, like that, you're welcome to do it. You decide. Once you have your site name, the second thing you're choosing is the title of your site. The title of your site is whatever you want it to be, and this you can change. So Dr. Westfall was talking the other day in the library that hers is Cardinal 1 Dr. Westfall, but during her process of creating it, she just started with Cardinal 1, and you'll see that's what her URL is. But what we realized is if everyone's doing this, if all of our students will ultimately do this and we have to look at them, we really need to know who created the blog. So the best way to get around that is to come up with something catchy that maybe fits you, or practice or digital portfolio, whatever you want to call it for this practice run that we're doing. But make sure you add your name. And again, that's the site title. And later, if you want to change that, you're welcome to do that. That one's a fairly easy thing to change. Once you've decided on your site title, you'll scroll down. We'll want it in English, and choose the privacy that you want on this. Do you want it to be public? Do you want it to be blocked by search engines? Do you want your visitors to only have access if they log in, meaning that they're registered SJSD Blogs or bloggers? Do you want to keep this just for your eyes only at this point? You choose. This privacy can be changed later, so we can come back and change it. Next thing, you're going to verify all of your information. So this is that human verification. It's making sure you are a human and not a computer simply generating more spam. And you'll see that when you hover over these, the picture actually pops up a little bit larger at the right. The human verification asks you, please select all the cat photos. So as you scan through, yours will look different from what I have on the screen. So make sure you're choosing the cat photos. And then once you've done that, you're going to create your site. It's not going to allow me to create a site because I didn't choose my cats and I haven't filled all this in up here. But if there's a problem, it won't go any further, and it will tell you in pink what that problem is so that you can fix it before you go further. Once you create your site, you'll probably get a gray screen that just lists the title of your blog, and click on it. Ultimately, where you're going to land is on your blog that looks like this. This is the default setting for the blog. So you can go back in a few minutes and change that theme, and I'll show you how shortly. But the first thing that I want you to do is create a post. So up here in the black, again, if you hover over My Sites, it will list all of the blogs that you have access to or that you've created. Then the title of your blog is there, and I want you to click here and go to Dashboard. Dashboard, again, is that control center that allows you to control everything that happens on your blog. And over here on the left, you'll see everything that you can adjust or change. This is the first screen that we saw earlier when you went to Manage Blogs, and so you can come in and change and add a picture to yourself under your account, update your profile, which I would encourage you to do. But for now, we're going to go to Posts. When you click on Posts, it's going to take you to all of the posts that you've created. At this point in time, you probably have 2 posts there. One is just one that was created for the blog itself, and then the next one probably says Welcome to the World, or Welcome to Blogging, or Hello World, something like that. And you can get rid of those later. Mine, I have a number of blogs that I've already started. You'll see I've already started on my assignments for Dr. Westphal. If you come up here to the top, you'll see Posts again, and we're going to just add a new post. It's pretty simple. Add a post. And here's where you're going to title that individual post. Dr. Westphal talked in the library during our PD on Wednesday that you should consider for the kids to have the class and the teacher. So I'm going to go with dual credit since that's what I'm teaching right now. Dual credit, lock, I'm the teacher. And so my kids will archive things throughout the year, and as they do that, they'll want to put dual credit and lock. And remember, when I post this, the date will be there, so we don't need to worry about a date. The date is automatically posted on the blog. So dual credit lock is going to be the title of this. And then in the text box, this is where we can type all the information that we want to put in our blog post. I might want to do a reflection. There are several things that I might want to do, and I could insert pictures, video. You can upload from your computer. You can actually click and drag a photo in here, your URL. You can add things to your media library if you'd rather do that, and then you can pick and choose from things as you move through the year. But this is pretty simple. If you have a screencast and you have the link, you can just put the link in here and you'll create a link in the actual post, or you can embed your screencast, which I'll show you how to do later. But you can put anything you want in here, and today I'm just going to put testing, since I am just testing. You have several options over here to the right. You can save this as a draft if you would like. You can edit the visibility of this post and this post alone. So if your entire blog is open to the public, you might want to edit this one and keep it private. And that will happen sometimes, that maybe students are working on a class assignment and they want to keep it private rather than having everyone see it, and that would be fine. Save it as a draft or publish, and I'm just going straight to publish. I am not afraid of making a mistake. I can go back in and fix that mistake if I do make one. So publish. Once it's published, it'll show update, and this will just allow me, if I want to go back over and type something else, I can update it again. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the live blog site just to see what it looks like. To do that, again, I go to the top, hover over the name, and visit site. Visit site is going to take me to the live site. Here's my post, dual credit lock, testing. I didn't categorize it, which we'll talk about again in just a few minutes. I need to create some categories. But let's say I'm not happy with this. I realized I didn't add it to a category. I didn't type what I wanted to. I made an error. Again, super simple. Hover over my name, go to the dashboard. Dashboard's my main control. I go to all posts. And all of the posts that I've made are here. And this is the one that I want to edit or change. So I'm just going to click on it and go to edit. I can trash it if I want to. I could just view it if I want to, but right now I want to edit. And it takes me right back to where I can add anything, delete anything, do anything that I want. Now, over here on the right-hand side are our categories. Uncategorized will always be here. You cannot delete that. This is for the sole purpose. If you forget to categorize something, it will show up here. But I want you to think about the categories that ultimately we want to put our materials in. Dr. Westphal has 3 on her website, and if you can't remember what they are, go back to card 1. That's her website. Scroll to the bottom, all the way to the bottom, because remember this works in reverse chronological order. Actually, it's the top. Foundation knowledge, lifelong success, and learning and thinking. These are the 3 things that kids will ultimately be assessed on. So these might be the categories that you choose to do. Dr. Westphal actually chose to do those 3 categories. So if you want to use them, you're welcome to do that. Or maybe you want to come up with other categories. While she and I were talking about her presentation, I just did a Benton Library Media Center and teaching and learning. This one's going to be things that happen in the library. This will happen in the classroom, and maybe I could add a PD or something else. But really think about the categories. To add a new category, it's simple. You just add, type what you want it to be, and add the category. Once you've typed your post, then you can choose the category you want it to be in. I don't want it to be uncategorized. I want this to go into Benton Library Media Center. Simply click it, update. I want to make sure that it looks the way I want it. I'm going to go to visit my site. And there is my dual credit, and I have changed my categories to Benton Library Media Center. My categories are showing up over here, so if I want to go to Benton Library Media Center in 6 months, everything that I have archived there will show up, and I can see what I did and maybe choose from this what I actually want to present in the formal presentation. I'm going to end on that note with creating a post. I know a lot of you want to change your theme, so if you want to work on that, you're welcome to. Again, you have 2 choices. When you hover over your name, you can go straight to themes or go to dashboard. And I'm just going to go back to the dashboard because that's where I want to end my recording so that this is open for me. And on the left, you have post, all kinds of things that you can do. But under appearance, that's where you will change your themes. You can add widgets. The theme options are here, but when you click on themes, you'll get the choices that you can change to. There are ones that you can create on your own. I think there are some that you can pay for and others that are free. The default, again, is this one, so if you want to stick with it, you're welcome to do that. Or you can thumb through all of them that are here and choose something that fits you, your class, your personal style yourself. Or you can go to customize, and when you go to customize, just follow the steps that are there. You can upload your own picture. Again, if you have any questions,